Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. I wanted to get you a quick mortgage rate update going into the weekend because today's kind of an important day. If you've been following these rate update videos I've sent out over the last 2 weeks, I've been watching things very closely. We've hit the best rates we've seen in 2 years, but we started to move off of that a little bit. And basically, we're starting to move in the other direction. And I want to show you, what I think's to come. No one has a crystal ball. Nobody knows for sure what rates are going to do. But I'm going to show you how I use data to help educate clients and then really make an educated decision on when to lock in your interest rate. If you're looking to get the best rate, which is what everybody is, you have to work with somebody who understands how the market works and understands the patterns that the traders are following to make decisions. That's probably the most important thing to watch, is historical trends and then seeing these little patterns that happen to kind of predict what's coming. Again, no one knows for sure. So if this is the first time you're watching this video, or you watched them a bunch of times, if you're not yet following the 10-year US Treasury, be sure to add that on your stock app on your phone, Google it, Bing, Yahoo, whatever you want to use. The 10-year US Treasury is the best thing to follow to get a rough idea of what mortgage rates are doing on a day-to-day basis. As the 10-year Treasury goes up, so let's say it was at 2.4 and it goes to 2.5, that means mortgage rates are most likely going up. Most likely. As that number goes down, mortgage rates are most likely going down. So let's jump into the data, take a peek, and I'll show you what I'm seeing. Okay, so here we are. This is a chart of the 10-year US Treasury, and you can see it's going up. Right now we're sitting at about 2.56% right here, and we're looking at a 3-month look back right now. So what you'll see is, as this has gone down, so we have rates going down from basically beginning of March through almost all of March. March was a great month for rates. They kept dropping. But then we hit this point here, and 2 weeks ago I did a video on this to say, why did we hit a flat line right here? What caused that? And I always look backwards to see if I can find a trend. So to shorten this video, I'm going to go back 2 years, and sure enough, you can see that 2 years ago, we were bouncing in this range here. So the best part about this chart is you can note that rates are the lowest they've been in about 2 years. Even though where we are today, this red line right here, you can still see that we're far better than we were in September of last year, even July. So rates are great right now. So if you're looking at refinancing, there's still a huge opportunity. If you're looking at purchasing, you're getting effectively pretty close to the best rates we've seen in the last 2 years. Now let me show you what I was concerned about and why I did this video today. So if I go back to looking at just this last month. So over the last month we had rates coming down, last 30 days basically, and then we hit this floor and they started to go up. But then you can see this very obvious pattern right here that we had kind of a flat line. And I was watching this very closely. Anytime rates get flat like this, it means they're either going to get better or they're going to get worse. The market doesn't know what to do. They don't know how to react, is what I typically see happen when it flatlines like this. Now, that's why I go backwards to see what trends show. So knowing that we just looked and we're at the best rates we've seen in the last 2 years, the odds are that rates would go up from here. And sure enough, today we saw rates go up here. Now, what's really interesting in this is how patterns work. If I open up the 25-day moving average, you'll see that we were kind of following this, and that's what was holding us rates down to where they were. Well, today we broke through that, and now we have a new opportunity for rates to rise. So of course my question is, how far will they go? Well, the 50-day moving average is right here, and look at how close we've already gotten to it today. So odds are is that the 50-day moving average will act as a new ceiling for us, kind of keeping rates down in this level. But if we go back and look historically again, if I go back 6 months, I would say as an absolute max we're probably going to end up here. And it looks big, but it's really a 25 basis points move. So it's not huge. So the reason I want you guys to understand this is because if you're shopping for a home, of course you want the lowest interest rate possible. Well, the market's going to determine that. You don't have the option to lock a rate until you're in contract. Rates should not be a reason to discourage you from buying a home. You don't say, oh, I'm going to wait till rates come back down. The reason for that is, what if you're wrong? Let's say you locked today at 4.25%, you closed your home purchase today at 4.25%, and rates rise to 5%. How do you feel? You're great. You're 3/4 better than the market. High five. We got our house, and we have a lower rate than the market. We bet that right. Now let's say the opposite happens. You lock in and close at 4.25% today, and then the market drops to 3.5%, which would be very unlikely, but for this example. But let's say rates go to 3.5%. How do you feel? Oh my gosh, my rate's so much higher. I should have waited. You don't have to wait. You refinance. What I'm doing for my clients right now is reaching out to them. If they closed in the fourth quarter of last year, I'm reaching out to see if there's an opportunity to refinance to take advantage of the market. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But the reason I do that is to ensure you that you always have the best interest rate possible. So I hope this is helpful. You have a behind the scenes look at how mortgage rates work. You get to see exactly what I'm looking for when I'm contemplating when the best day is to lock, what are mortgage rates going to do. Again, no one has a crystal ball, but I can use this data to make some pretty accurate estimates. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you're house hunting this weekend and you have any questions about anything I'm around, let me know how I can help. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.